channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today let's just do a really quick video about loving people the way that we want to be loved. Now, that sounds like that's something we're supposed to do, right? But it's really not. It really can cause a lot of breakdown in relationships, or healthy relationships, what could be healthy relationships, if we're trying to love people solely based off the way that we want to be loved. Because that's ignoring what that person needs. That's ignoring that that person has a different love language than you do. And then that can create, in the end, that can create issues where people feel like you don't care about them, you don't see them, you don't love them the way that they need to be loved or feel loved, or you're selfish. I've been called selfish before in relationships for doing this very thing, for loving people the way that I want to be loved, for giving people the things that I want. And I've also, in return, in those same relationships, felt like those people didn't care about me as much as they were telling me they cared about me, because they wasn't giving me back the things that I was giving out. Because really those were things that I wanted for myself. Those were things that I felt like I needed in order to feel loved and appreciated, cared for, special. But I was giving it to them because I was hoping to reciprocate. They would reciprocate that same love to me. And that's very selfish. I know, that may sound like I'm being harsh, but it is selfish, because it's not all about you in a relationship. It's you and that other person or those other people. Therefore, you need to learn what it is those people need in order to feel appreciated and loved and cared about, just like you want to feel appreciated, loved, and cared about. And you can't expect everyone to experience love the same way. You can't expect for people to give back what you give, because if you're just giving from that place in yourself that you feel like, well, this is something that I need, this is something that I want. If you're just giving from that space, then it's all about you. Because all of the things that you expect them to give back to you, that love that you expect them to give back to you, that same, energy that you're putting out to them, because again, it's about yourself. It's about what you want in a relationship. So you're trying to get them to reciprocate it back to you. Then it's about you. What about that other person? When are they going to get some reciprocation for the things that they want? And same for the other person. If they're just giving out things, if you're giving out things from your heart and what you feel like you need, and they're giving out things from their heart and what they feel that they need, you two are both going to clash, and eventually the relationship is going to fall apart, and you're both going to feel like, why did I waste my time? And it wasn't even a waste of time. It's just the fact that you didn't understand each other. You didn't take the time to ask that other person what it was that they felt they needed in order to feel loved and appreciated in their relationship. And all it is a simple conversation. And if you're dealing with somebody who's like, I don't know, beware of those people, because they're going to drag you down emotionally, because you're going to be always trying to figure them out, trying to figure out what they need. You need to find people who, if you know what you want, they need to know what they want. That way you guys can come into the game equally. You guys can come into the relationship equal. That way you already know, okay, I know that this person, I really like hot food, but this person doesn't. So I know in the times I want to take this person out, or if I want to go on a date with this person, I need to find something that's compromising. Go somewhere where they don't have just all spicy foods for a choice. Or maybe if I want to cook for them, I know how to cook their meals so then they feel appreciated. So I'm not just cooking this hot spicy meal, and it may be beautiful gourmet meal. You may have took time, spent money to put this meal together, but if you serve it to them and it's something that they don't like, they're gonna feel like, thanks, but they don't appreciate it as much as if you would go out and maybe make something that they really like. You get what I'm trying to say? Simple analogy, but I hope I got my point across. My point is, really get to know the person that you're dealing with. If you really want something to grow in a healthy way with this other person, then you really just need to take the time to ask them, what is it that you need? What is it that you desire in a relationship? What is it that will just make you feel just so appreciated? And then you do the same. You let them know what it is about you that will make you feel appreciated in that relationship as well. But again, you need to know what it is. And don't play games. Don't one day be like, oh, this is what I need. And then when this person's doing it for some time, then you turn around and be like, oh, I don't like that no more. Don't do that. I mean, it's okay to say, I changed my mind, because people change every day. But you should always be honest. When things are changing, you should let that person know immediately. That way, they're not left in the dark or sitting there confused like, you told me all this time, it's been 6 months, and you told me this is what you like, I've been doing it this way, and then now you like something different. So, you know, it's just about communication. That's why communication is so important in any type of relationship that you're dealing with, because people need to know, I can't read your mind, you can't read my mind. And even if I try to show you, that's not enough, because you may not comprehend what I'm trying to show you. And that's okay, because your mind is not my mind. And I could be trying to show you something, and it to you, you might think it's, you know, I'm trying to show you that I like pets, and really I'm trying to show you that I don't like pets. Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's just simple communication. If you trust that person your friend, or you want to be with that person, you're in a relationship, why can't you just talk? Just say, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like right now. This is what I would like to see in a relationship. This is what I need in this relationship. And let it go from there. But stop trying to love people from the space that you love yourself, or you want to feel love. Because it's not fair to expect that person to reciprocate that love to you in that relationship the same way that you're dishing it out, because then that makes the relationship one-sided. It makes it all about you, because you're only giving because you're expecting to get that same thing back, which is what you need, or what you feel you need in order to feel loved and happy in that relationship. But you can't forget about that other person. So if you're just dishing out all this love and all the things that you really want, and you're hoping that they're going to give it back to you, and if they do, you know, that's great. But eventually, over time, that you gotta know that relationship is going to start going sour, because it's going to be one-sided. They're going to realize you're getting everything that you want, but I'm not getting what I want. You know, and so that's why it's so important to have a conversation. Stop trying to just go into a relationship thinking, you know, oh, I know how to love. Yeah, we all know how to love in our own way. We all know how to love because we know what we needed for us to feel love, but that's for us. But dealing with other people, you don't know. We may want to be taking on dates all the time. The other person may just want some time to just have time for themselves and feel trust them to have time for themselves. You know, we may just want to talk all the time. And the other person may just, you know, just a simple, just cuddling up with you and watching TV. That's how they feel loved. You don't know until you had a conversation. And you can't get mad if that person is not reciprocating. Because again, like I said, we all try to love people from the way that we love ourselves, or the way that we feel we need to be loved, or we want to be loved. So if you're already in your mind thinking, this is what I need and I'm going to give it, so then they should give it back to me. But if they don't see love that way, they're not going to give it back. And so that's, again, where you need to have that conversation. So then you can avoid situations where you two are falling out, or you two are into it over things that's just, it could be totally avoided if you just talk. But you let me know what you think. Let's always stay positive and polite. Stay courteous. Let's offer some positive feedback, because somebody somewhere is going to be reading your messages, including myself. And we're not here to rip anybody apart or make anybody feel less than because they don't think like you. We're just here to give our own perspectives, give advice or suggestions, recommendations for people, so then they can have things to think about and maybe look at things a different way, and, you know, have opportunity to grow through this thing called life. That's what we're here for, to help each other out, because we're all family at the end of the day. So you let me know what you think. If you want to add anything to what I said, which I know there's so many more things you can add, please do so. I love reading your comments. I will respond back to you. And again, like I said, we're not here to be judgmental or to try to prove one person's right, one person's wrong. That's not what we're doing. So you'll always get respect back from me. Just give respect to me. So keep the conversation going, and we will talk next time. Bye.